What's going on, guys? So today we are going to be working on the Subaru again, and we are going to be installing some new Kenwood door speakers. So we're looking to improve the sound in the car. The sound system that comes in these is terrible, so for Christmas I got some new Kenwood speakers for my wife. So today we're going to be taking off the front door panels, removing those, taking out the old speakers, putting in the new. So the model speakers we got are a KFC-X173 Kenwood flush mount door speaker. Should be a fairly simple install. All we got to do is pop the door panels out, unplug them, wire these ones in, which we'll show you how to do that real quick. So let's get started, knock this thing out, and get some better sound in here. Alright, so first we obviously got to get the door panel off. First thing you got to do is there's a screw down in this little pocket here, right there. So we got to back that screw out. This top corner piece can come off. That just you get a hold of. You get a little wedge behind it, and that will that'll pop off. And then this plastic ring around the door handle, that actually has got to pop off as well. So we'll get all that. Then we'll take a little wedge, again, a little pry bar, come around this bottom edge, and then pop the door panel loose, lift it off, and then we'll get down to the speaker down in the corner. One other thing I forgot. Once you get this screw out of this pocket here, you can lift up and slide back the switch cluster. You'll unplug that. There's a little tab down in the middle. Unplug that. And I forgot there's one more screw sitting right there, right in the middle. Right there. So make sure you back that out as well. Then you'll be able to pop the panel loose, slide it off. Now once we gain access to the door speaker, there's just 3 screws, 1, 2, and 3 that hold that on. Once we get that loose, we'll pull it out, unplug it, and then I got a multimeter so we can check for positive and negative, so when we wire up the new speaker we have it correct. So this harness we're going to have to remove. Now there's 4 wires going to the back of it. What we're going to use is a multimeter. We're going to test this plug, see which set of wires is positive, which is negative, and then we'll get our new harnesses for our new door speakers and we'll wire them up. So I wanted to just show the quality difference between the 2 speakers. Obviously the new one's going to be a little bit better. It has full range sound. The cone is a lot more durable. It's made out of a different type of material. Couldn't even tell you what it is exactly. From car to car, this one is kind of just junk all the way around. So that's why we're switching them out today. Also, these speakers come with a plastic spacer for different types of mounting situations. What you have to do with this particular one is mount it to this ring, and then you have to mount this ring to the car door. They do make a spacer that is designed specifically for the Subaru. I do not have it. I don't need it necessarily. What I have to do is mount this, and then I have to actually add extra holes in the door. Now if you don't want to go that route and you want to use the exact spacer for it, you'll have to purchase that separately. It did not come with the kit. But no big deal. We're going to do it like this. We're going to do the custom fitted way just because it's easier as far as time wise and what I have here available to do that. Now once we identify which wire is positive, which is negative, we can go ahead and cut this harness off. A couple ways to do that. You can go probably online and find a diagram. I just went ahead and used a multimeter to do it. It does give out some voltage. And depending on the meter you have will depend on if it can check it or not. It actually had to check it on millivolts. but you have that option if you want. Now there's a couple different kinds of wire strippers. I have these auto gauging ones. They're really nice, they're really quick. You don't have to guess, you just slide the wire in and they strip them. If you don't do a lot of wiring and electrical stuff like that, you don't really need these. These were kind of expensive. You can use just the standard kind, something like this, where it has the different gauge wiring on the front. Also on the end it has the wire crimpers. My set, I actually have the strippers and crimpers are separate tools. So these are kind of nice. You can get them pretty cheap at just like a hardware store, or even at like an AutoZone or O'Reilly's. But if you don't have the auto ones, you can definitely use these to get the job done. Now there's also, you notice there's not a lot of slack here. There's a little tab right inside here below, right around where the one screw mount is for the speaker. If you just squeeze that with a pair of needle nose pliers, you can push that back through, and that will give you the extra little tail you need to work out here where it's a little more comfortable. I highly recommend once you do this to get to the point where you need a connector. Don't use a wire nut to do this. Definitely get a crimp connector. That's going to be the best bet for it lasting. Alright, so we went ahead. I got one mounted into the original hole, and then I just drilled 3 pilot holes through the door, and then used the mounting screws. So it actually comes with a kit to do that. Again, it's not necessarily made to mount it into the door because these are flush mount speakers. It's more for like the back hatch or into a box, but you can do it this way. There's no problem with it. So what I got to do now is mount the speaker to the spacer after I get the pigtails wired up. Alright, now that we got the new speaker in, obviously we got to repeat the process for the other side. I'm not going to go ahead and bore you with that. Let's throw the door back on, do a quick sound check, make sure everything's all good to go. There you go, guys. So not too bad. They sound pretty good too. Definitely a little bit more bass to them, which is always nice. I would say if I was going to do it again though, I would definitely get the spacers that are designed for the Subaru door. Just because I did notice a little bit of interference with the window. I was able to get it around that. I may even go pick up those spacers here next week, switch them out because it wouldn't take too long to do anyway. So yeah, if you guys can do me a favor, subscribe, comment below. I want to try to get, let's say, 50 likes for this video. That would be awesome. I'm also near the 100 subscriber mark, so I'm trying to get there. We got 72 right now, so if you guys want to go ahead and subscribe, do that. I'll leave a link in the description on where I receive the speakers. Also, I will add in my Twitter account so you guys can follow me on Twitter. But there you have it. I'm done. I'm low money. See you guys later. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did put some new lights up, so it's nice and bright in here now. That was just so you guys could have better video quality, so you could see what I was doing. Obviously, see me a lot better. It's still cold as balls in here, but new lights are up. That's a big, awesome thing. So we're definitely trying to make this a little bit better experience for everybody. So check those out. See you guys later.